This is me, Spoon Beast.
Howdy. How's everybody doing today? Let's shed some light on the subject, shall we? Anyway, since not a lot of you have seen my video, I've already got a request or two, so I thought this one would be more appropriate. My good friend Mike, he knows who he is, with his new account, which I can't really pronounce, but he posted that I should give my opinions on two things. One is what we're going to talk about today, the other being my opinions on the 3DS, and bringing something from my YouTube Cafe blog series on my Canadian Kids account and talk about it more in depth over here. So let's save those for another time. What we're going to talk about is the more important thing, which I thought was way more interesting, especially for another gaming vlog, which I haven't done one of those in about, ages? So I was just informed by that comment that Nintendo is in the works of a brand new console. And that, to me, that's really exciting, because if you recall my video from 2 years ago in this very month, I talked about the possibility of a Wii 2. And from what I've read, this isn't going to be a Wii 2, because basically the project entitled Project Cafe, it's being referred to by others as the Wii 2 or the Wii HD. Also the Nintendo Stream and the Nintendo Feel. Project Cafe, it's the code name for Nintendo's upcoming video game console. But that's not the most exciting part about this. The most exciting part about this is at E3 this year in June, this year, 2011, they're going to unveil what the console looks like, the controllers, and I don't know if they're going to show any games, but I'm sure they're going to show the software inside the console and just kind of give it an overall exposition, kind of show it off at the E3 this year. And that's really cool, because everybody who's been subscribed to me from the beginning knows how much of a Nintendo fan I am. They're my favorite gaming company. I do like Sony. Everybody knows I'm not a big fan of Microsoft, but I give them props. But, Nintendo will always have a special place in my heart, because you got to understand, when I was 3 years old, the first one, as soon as I could, have the coordination to, pick up a video game controller, the first console I ever played was the Nintendo Entertainment System, that good old gray box. And I had that for only 2 years. And that was the first thing I played, original Super Mario Brothers, Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle, all those good old things, Duck Hunt, and I had that for about a year or two before it finally died. My parents had it forever before, they had me, and it was just left around the house, but I was the only one who played it. And then they replaced it for me and my brother with the Super Nintendo, which I don't know if you could see it from this angle, but let's just turn this around here. This right here. This good old piece of reliable hardware, and all these games for it, I still have to this very day, and I've had it since I was 4 or 5, so I still play it too, play good old Super Mario World and all Mario All-Stars and all that, and my brother's bought a GameCube, we got the Wii for the whole family. Which is crazy to think about, too, that system, by the time that Project Cafe comes out, we'll figure out the name probably in the year of its release, which is going to be 2012. At the end of 2012, which I'm guessing is going to be around November, December timeframe, was when this new console is going to be released. That will mark the Wii's 6th year in activity. The Wii's going to be a 5-year-old system this year, and it's already half a decade. So next year, by the time this console comes out, it's already going to have a 6-year run, and that's pretty impressive too. And it's been on top of the competition for so long. So yeah, I'm just at a loss for words, because this is extremely exciting news. It's been around forever, and I'm just hearing about it now. It's month-old news. But I'm sure people want to get my opinions on it, and I'm sure this title will get some people to tune in, because it's me talking about Nintendo, right? People like to hear what I have to say about Nintendo. So, there's been a lot of speculation, as I said 2 years ago when I touched the subject before. I talked about it possibly being a Wii 2 and kind of just being a follow-up to the Wii, but as I've been reading more with the news that's been given for what's to be unveiled at E3 2011, is that, it's going to be in HD, it'll be backward compatible with all the Wii games. Just like GameCube was, Wii was compatible with GameCube, this new console is going to be compatible with Wii. It's going to have a new controller with built-in high-resolution screen. That's pretty awesome. Claims have been made by many people that it has processing units that are more powerful than the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, and that's just crazy because if you look at all of Nintendo's past consoles, it hasn't really been about the processing and how powerful and what the graphics can be. It's all about having fun and playing, having fun with good controls and playing fun games, NES, SNES, the N64, the GameCube, and the Wii they haven't always been known for beating out their competition with graphics. Like Sega's always had better bit graphics than Nintendo had. Sony has always been superior to Nintendo in graphics, and same with Microsoft. But it's always been about the gameplay and how fun a game is to control and how it's all about the control. And they make games fun to play, and due to that, they're still successful, even if their graphics aren't up to par with their competition. Even though they don't say they're competing, they still are, because the Wii, as of right now, is still, yes, I still brag about this a few years later, is still winning against the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, which is amazing to think about because you think the other two would be beating the Wii, but Nintendo's always been very clever at their marketing, and it's really cool in my opinion. So this new console is going to be like a big massive juggernaut like we see the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 to be. It's going to be this huge processing. They're going to have great graphics for once. Can you imagine Mario and great graphics? Wouldn't that be kind of weird looking? What else can I say about this? I heard that it's going to resemble a modernized version of the Super Nintendo, and that's going to be pretty cool to see, being as I am a big Super Nintendo fan. And THQ president said that we don't expect new hardware anytime soon from either Microsoft or Sony. It's different on Nintendo. We'll let them announce their new hardware. So basically, Nintendo's going to be getting the edge because Microsoft and Sony are still relying on their consoles to be competing. They don't plan on doing any new consoles anytime soon. Whereas Nintendo is about to unveil their brand new console that will be released at the end of next year. I have many things to be excited for about this. There's not a lot of things I can say about right now because details are very sketchy, and we're only going to know a lot about it at E3 during that 4-day period where it's on. Which, when I get news about it there and see some videos on it, I'll be able to give you a more in-depth analysis of what I think of the console. But right now, it's just about being excited for what could be pretty huge. I'm just hoping that since this one's going to be such a powerful console, that they'll finally release a system that's DVD compatible, because shouldn't that be for every console these days? And if it's being built up as more powerful than the Wii's competition now, then it should be backwards compatible with DVDs, and hopefully that happens, because as of right now, my only problem with Nintendo consoles is that they are not backwards compatible with DVDs. You can't play DVDs on the Wii. You couldn't do them on the GameCube. The discs were only like that big. They're tiny, and the Wii wasn't compatible either. And that's not really the biggest issue, but I think now Nintendo should be able to release a console that can play DVDs, and especially if it's as powerful as it's being hyped up to be. And so that's all I have to say there. So that's my biggest hope for this console. Other than that, the exciting part is getting... Every Nintendo console has its own definitive Mario title. So seeing a new Mario, hopefully maybe they'll continue the Galaxy series. Maybe they'll make a whole new one. Mario 64 on the 64, Sunshine on the GameCube, Galaxy on the Wii. What will the Project Cafe bring? I'm sorry that I'm calling it that, but that's the only thing we know it by right now is Project Cafe. Every console's had its code name. Ultra 64 for the N64, Dolphin for the GameCube, Revolution for the Wii. So I'm guessing we'll find out its real name probably next year. But this is exciting. An even more exciting part is hopefully they get Hal back on duty, or at least Sakurai back on duty to do another Smash Brothers. Wouldn't that be awesome if, like, 4 years later, I could begin talking about a future Smash Brothers? 4 or 5 years later, I could still be talking about Smash Brothers again, giving you dojo updates, just like the good old days with the crappy old Beetle hair. If that does happen, don't expect the hair to come back. Just saying that right now. Anyway, that'd be pretty fun, considering Smash Brothers is one of my favorite series. That'd be pretty awesome. So, a KH3 and a Smash Brothers 4 to look forward to. That'd make me a happy gamer, because as of right now, you can see I've kind of fallen out of touch with the world of gaming, but I'm going to bring myself back in, because you guys, you deserve hearing these videos from me, because, if you subscribe to me, you find them entertaining, and you deserve to be entertained if you're subscribed to me. So yeah, I guess that's really all I have to say about this new console, because, as I said, details are not well known right now. There's not a lot posted about it. There's very little. We just know it's going to be unveiled over E3. There's rumors going around that it's going to be this huge, powerful console like a PS3 or an Xbox, and that it's probably going to look like an advanced version of the Super Nintendo, and that just, for my nostalgia benefit, that just sounds really cool. But other than that, there's not a lot to be known. I'm super hyped, really. That's awesome news for me to hear. I can't believe I'm hearing it this late. It's like almost 2 months later, a month and a half later. I'll do an E3 update. I don't know if I did one last year, probably not, but I did one in 2009 and 2008. This news is just huge to me, so I'm going to do an E3 update this year, so you can look forward to that, and I'll give a bigger, in-depth analysis of the console when it gets unveiled, because then we can all have a clear-cut opinion on it. But yeah, all Nintendo fans, you have a lot to look forward to. I'm super hyped, and I'll check y'all later. Peace out. Also, before I end this, and if you watch the whole thing, before I go, please check out the video I did before this, my viewer's choice. In that video, you can blog. You could tell me to blog about anything on camera. I'll provide the link in this description for that old video, and just post in the comment section on that video just to tell me what vlogs you'd like to see me do. Because as I said, I'm branching out. I want you all to feel interactive in these videos, and just, you control the channel for a bit. Make me talk about whatever. Mike, you did a good start. And yeah, just comment on that video. Give me another video to talk about. Peace.